Hear me a little bit? No reaction means you can't hear me. We had that this morning already. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends of Beate, dear friends of the embassy, very warm welcome from my side here at Baobab House. I would like to thank you very much for taking the time for coming tonight. In view of today's occasion, I'm not at all surprised by the big number of people who have accepted my invitation, and I'm very pleased that we are celebrating in such a beautiful setting today. Beautiful weather, much better than yesterday in any case, but not only that, I think that's really also a very good sign for everyone here. So it's a setting that I think is absolutely worthy and appropriate for the guest of honor tonight. As we know, the Republic of South Sudan celebrated the 12th anniversary of its independence 3 days ago. The German embassy in Juba has existed for just as long, and you, Beate Mueller-Grunewald, have been working there almost since the first minute. And of course, of course, those who know you know that you came to Juba many years before and worked before that time for the German Development Service for many years. As drastic as the independence of their country was for the people of South Sudan after long years of struggle, at least as drastic will be your departure into well-deserved retirement for the German embassy. My successor and the colleagues will actually have to reinvent the embassy, and I don't envy them this task. But today it's not about the challenges for the embassy, but rather I would like to recall some of your merits and achievements. You have been the constant, the supporting pillar of the embassies all these years. You have seen all the seconded forces from Germany come and go, who had to find their way around, had to learn anew and work on again after 2 years at the latest. And in the darkest hours of the last 12 years, you played a decisive role in the safe departure of the colleagues and then ensured that the embassy was not affected. For this, the President of Germany awarded you the German Order of Merit some years ago, as we can see. The sheer number of guests tonight is actually a sign that it is not even necessary to name all those merits. They are obviously widely known, otherwise there wouldn't be so many here. And secondly, I fear it would not be possible, simply because any attempt to name all that you have done would be doomed from the start. The range of tasks you have taken on is so wide that no one would be able to paint a complete picture, but that should not be an excuse. I want to mention a few areas that I, and I'm sure many others, will remember. Your great passion is culture, or more precisely, the promotion of a vibrant cultural scene in Juba and throughout the country. Your conviction is, and I share it fully, that living cultural expressions in music, in dance, in film are an important, if not indispensable, prerequisite for forming one's own lasting and peaceful national identity. With your insider knowledge of the cultural scene, you have made it possible for us, with great commitment and a lot of heart and soul, to support targeted, important initiatives and projects. I would like to mention Europub, the South Sudan Cartoonists, and the Juba Film Festival. And if anyone wants to know more, they can watch the film on YouTube that was made 2 years ago and that covers the entire spectrum of cultural funding. In addition, you have been the branch of the Goethe Institute in Addis, so to speak, and have set the tone with the development of the Europub Music Academy and the music teacher training. But culture is not merely enough. I don't know if this was your great passion, but you also kept the embassy running for years in the administrative area. You paid bills, you cashed checks, you made sure the air conditioning worked and that there was enough diesel in the generator. I don't know how many craftsmen and technicians in total you chased around the embassy, telling them in no uncertain terms what needed to be done now or what needed to be done better. You were the liaison officer from the embassy to the hotels and restaurants, and last but not least to the flag sewers in Juba. What may sound like leisure and enjoyment is actually a lot of work that requires experience. In any case, I could always rely on the right foot with the right cutlery landing on the table at the right time at my own events and during incoming visits. And that smoking guests from Germany have a room with a balcony in the hotel as requested. And thanks to you, the German National Day last year in Juba was an event visible from afar. Without your knowledge of the airport and the authorities and people there, probably no delegation would have ever succeeded in entering the country, and probably even less in leaving again. I must confess that last time I had the impression that the close protectors from Germany, who are supposed to provide security for others, primarily needed your protection at the airport to get their large and heavy luggage onto the plane. That was my little revenge now on them. There is so much more that you have had to do over the years and have mastered with perseverance, tenacity, and determination. However, there is one responsibility that I would not want to leave unmentioned because it involved so much work for you, even though it does not officially exist. If there is an honorary title that you should still receive, then in my opinion, it should be the title of Honorary Consul. Because that is what you were in the true sense of the word, the Honorary Consul. In justified cases, you worked with admirable patience and perseverance to ensure that people could obtain a visa. You have certainly not done this because filling out and scanning so many forms is your secret passion, but because you wanted to help the people who wanted or needed to travel to Germany, who alone would have been overwhelmed by the requirements of the application process. And let me say this much at this point: without you and your help, South Sudan would not have been represented with its own team at the Special Games in Berlin in June, and would not have won 2 bronze and 2 silver medals. I would like to take to take this opportunity to thank you and to congratulate the South Sudanese team. The multitude of areas in which you have contributed with your local knowledge, your network, and your experience for the benefit of the embassy and the people in South Sudan gives an idea. You never insisted on formal responsibilities. You were there when you were needed, day and night if necessary. Even on holiday, when there was no other way. I remember the difficult time a year and a half ago when the embassy was hard hit by COVID-19. You were on a well-deserved Christmas holiday, but you did not hesitate for a second and ensured that the embassy remained functional. And if you wanted to use up all your saved up leave entitlements, you should have retired by now. Speaking of retirement, as we know you will remain in Juba, who is surprised? You know everyone knows you. I'm sure you will not get bored, but you will have a little more time for your involvement in many areas and your large circle of friends. That is highly deserved. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you again very much for putting up with us for so long, and I sincerely and wholeheartedly wish you all the best for the years to come. Thank you very much. Now the better part of the evening comes. I think my colleagues are there and stand ready, and let's see what they have with them. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, thank you so much.
Another one, wow.
There is another one. I need a mic. Ja. Ja, wir sehen da Bild. Ja, ja.